welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. As my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to work on the Ogee Stitch Crochet Afghan. This thing is an intermediate level. Completely agree that it's an intermediate level, but I'm going to try to break it down for you today, including my working notes for you to have on the crochetcrowd.com. So what we're going to do is that we're going to decipher this. This is using Bernat velvet yarn. There are a total of 6 balls, so 2 colors of each of the indigo, the velvet teal, and the white in order to make this. And when you're looking at this, you're actually looking at the blanket upside down, so it's actually hanging from a different perspective than what you would do when you crochet. I want to tell you, you're gonna get addicted to this one. This one is truly amazing, and wait till you see my sample. Honestly, I just need to do a few rows and then I'm good to go for the videotaping, but I kept going and going and going like the Energizer bunny. So today I'm gonna show you my notes and then I'm gonna get you started, but let me show you my sample just to tease you a little bit further. Okay, so don't worry about the tails. You will have to deal with those. I'm not even gonna deny that you'll have to deal with those. So here is my working sample. This is the way that it looks like on the couch, but when you go to crochet this, you're going to be crocheting it from this perspective of going up and down. This is really quite fantastic. I love this. I think they did a really good job for this. It really got me all excited because I haven't seen anything like it. So what this is consisting of is that you will notice that there is like a comes along and then it jets up and then it comes back down and comes down. So it's consisting of 2 rows in order to make that. So we're gonna come across. So I want you to visualize this dark blue. So you're gonna see it comes across and then we're gonna jump and then come across down the other side. And when we start, we have to slip stitch a number and then create these 10 double crochets that sit here, and then we slip stitch, jump over, and then slip stitch, and then create the 10 again. So every one of these waves are consisting of 2 rows when you go to do it. The trick is, and what will boggle your mind a little bit, is knowing how many to slip stitch. But I provided my working notes to you because that was my hang up the very first time, because if you saw my first sample, wasn't very pretty, my friends. So what I also noticed here when I did the sample, I should have changed row number 1 and 2 in order to be a different color so that it would look like it matches. So I wasn't really sure what I was doing, so that's kind of something that I learned afterwards. So we're gonna do that here. You can do 3 colors like it shows in the picture. You can do 2. I'd recommend you at least change the colors to enjoy this even more, and I think it's quite awesome. So let's take you to the working notes. Let's blow your minds and let's open them up and see what you can do with this today. Okay, so here's the cheat sheet. I know your eyes are just spinning. I'm like, oh my god, I'm never gonna be sick. Stop the whining, even for me. So what we're going to do is that we're going to start off with our chain. The chain is in multiples of 12 plus 2. So if you want to change the size of this, you just go 12, 12, 12, and when you're happy and life is good, just chain an extra 2 and then you can begin this pattern as is. If you'd like to do the exact same thing that you see in the pattern, it's chaining of 158. So what we're going to do is that we're gonna chain and then we're gonna single crochet second chain from the hook all the way back across your chain. And you want this color to be the same color as number 2. So we're gonna chain up 1, single crochet in the first, slip over 2, and then skipping 2, and you're gonna put 3 double crochets in the next, 4 into the next, 3 into the next. So you can see this is over 3 single crochets this happens. You're going to skip over 2, slip stitch the next 2, chain 1, skip 1, and then slip stitch the next 2, and then begin this all over again. So skipping 2, 3 into the next, 4 into the next, 3 into the next, skip 2, slip 2, and then skip 1, chain 1, and etc. You're gonna do that all the way across. So now what you want to do then is rows 3 and 4 are going to be the same color. So 3, what's gonna happen is that these here arcs are back loop only. That's what's creating the texture in this thing. So you're just gonna go 1 into the first, 2, 1, 2, 1. This is always the same. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And then you're just going to chain 3 and starting in the very next one is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. It's the same. So if you understand, it's like a mirror, so one side is matching the other. You're then going to just single crochet into this chain 1 space and then start again. So starting in this first one, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, chain 3, starting in the next one, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and keep doing that all the way across. The trick is that we want to then on chain our number 4, we need to slip stitch. So we slip stitch 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th one over. You're going to then in this chain 3 space apply 10 double crochets, and then you're going to skip over to the third one. That's why I have it 3, 4, 5. So this is 1, 2 that you're skipping, and then it's gonna slip in the third, the fourth, and the fifth, chain 1, and you're going to skip up to the third one. So 1, 2, see this is the third one, 4, 5, and then you're going to apply 10 into this chain 3. And when you come down the other side, skipping over to the third one. So 1, 2 is your skip, and slip stitching in 3, 4, 5, chain 1, and then start on this one, skipping up to the third one. So 1, 2, and you're going slip stitching in the third, fourth, and the fifth, and 10 into the chain 3, and then etc. So at the end of this you do want to slip stitch the remaining 5 that are left. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and that's where you're gonna finish off. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to start off, and what we have is that we're gonna move on to row number 5, and 5 will be the same, or be a new color, and then you start off and you're going to immediately just being able to slip stitch into the fourth one, or the fifth one here, and then double crochet. They're in the back loops only. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Where have you seen that before? It's the same. Chain 3, go to the next one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and then single crochet into this chain 1 space. Then immediately come to the first one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, chain 3, next one, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and then single crochet in there. And you're gonna do that all the way till you get to the other side, and when you slip stitch that one, you're slipping into the third one here. So okay, you see that? And therefore when you go to start the next one, because it's the same color, you're just gonna chain 1, and you're going to slip stitch 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're putting your 10 into this chain 3. You're skipping your 2, okay, and then it's the third one. So slip, 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 okay, and what you're going to do is chain 1, come to the third one, so slip, 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 and 10 into the chain 3, coming over here, it's slip 3, 4, 5, chain 1, slip 3, 4, 5. Do you see that? So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna get ourselves started, and we're gonna go slowly on this thing. It is not as hard as it looks, and we're gonna just play it by ear basically. So let's begin, and let's start your chain work. Okay, so let's start, and we are going to create a slip knot to begin. You can chain in multiples of 12 plus 2 at the end, or you can just do 158 and you can use your Bernat velvet yarn. If you wish, I'm using Caron 1 pound with a 6mm hook just for demonstration purposes. I am going to do a multiple. I'm just going to do a small sample. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's one multiple. So I'm gonna do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I'm gonna do one more multiple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Once you're satisfied, you can just lay it down on something and see if that's wide enough for you, and then when you're satisfied, just add 2 more and you're done. To begin the next row, number 1, second chain from the hook, get the back loop only, and just going into the back loop, and I want you to apply 1 single crochet in each of the stitches all the way across your chain. So please do that, and we'll keep this color on then for row number 2, and then we'll begin from that point, really the fun stuff. So let's do that, just single crochet across your chain. So come to the end of your chain and just single crochet, and then we're gonna turn, and then we're gonna bring back our diagram to show you what to do next. So in row number 2, what we're going to do is we're gonna chain 1, and we're gonna single crochet in the first one. We're gonna slip stitch the next 2, 1, 2, and then we're gonna skip 2 and put 3 double crochets in the next one. The next one will be 4, and the next one will be 3. So over these 3, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna skip 2, slip stitch the next 2, chain 1, skip 1, and then slip stitch the next 2, skip 2, and then continue the same thing going all the way across. This 10 matters because you'll see this up here as 10 up here. So what we're doing is that we're equally spacing it out in the chain. You will notice in this diagram that this section right here is a little bit wider. It also appears like that in the sample. So it's a little bit wider just at the very top here. No big deal, not a deal breaker. So what we're going to do is that we're going to start off row number 2, keep the same color, and then we're going to be getting rid of this color next. So let's begin. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to single crochet in the very first one. And then we're going to slip stitch the next 2. So just going in, pull through and through. So 1 and do the next one and 2. You're going to skip the next 2, so 1 and 2, and you're going to apply 3 double crochets in the first one that are in the third one away. Once that 3 is in, skip to the next one and put 4 double crochets in the next one. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Finally, we're going to come to the very next stitch and apply 3 more double crochets in there. So that will complete that big shell look that we're going for. Then you're going to skip the next 2. So 1 and 2, slip stitch the next 2 after that. So 1 and 2, chain 1, skip the next one, and then slip stitch in the next 2 after that. And then begin another shell. So to do that, you're going to skip the next 2 and put 3 double crochets in the next one after that. Then you're going to go to the next one and you're going to put 4, so it's the middle part of the shell. And then the next one after that is going to have 3. So I want you to repeat this going all the way across your single crochet row. And remember, once that's done, skip 2, slip stitch in the next 2, chain 1, skip 1, slip stitch in the next 2, and then begin the next shell. So skipping 2, 3 double crochets in the next. Just remember that the middle one of the grouping of the set has only 4 and it has 4. So it has an extra double crochet in order to do that. The goal is that you need 10, and that's what they're going for in today's pattern. So you want to do that all the way across, and I'm putting the 3 into the next one here, and so eventually you'll come to the next edge like I'm about to. So to do that, then I'm skipping 2 and I'm slip stitching the next 2, and if your counts are right and you did your multiples right, or you did the chain 158, the last stitch will be a single crochet. So I want you to get rid of this color now, so just fasten off. I would get rid of your tails as you go. It just is a lot easier, and you want to use a tapestry needle, I believe, in order to do that, in order to get it nice and secure. And again, that's your call if you would like to do that. It probably will never fall out on you if you use a tapestry needle. And you just want to just go on the side edge, and I'm just turning it to the back side here. So the goal is to go back and forth a total of 3 times with this, and it's worth spending the extra time now than it is to have a project with all these tails hanging out. So just stay within this section and just stay nice and close to the edge, and then you can just go right to there. If you'd like to get rid of your first tail, now is the time to do it as well, and you might as well just start doing all that and getting it all out of the way so that you have less work to do at the end. So secure your tails. This is the only time I'm going to show this. I did have another needle to start on how to do this, but I just threw it out. I've been fighting with that needle for a few tutorials, and I realized it's just not working for me. You know, that's the nice thing about consumers, that we have choices on what we use, and sometimes things just don't work the way that we would like them to, so we have to make other decisions. So we're going to now move on to row number 3, and so you will have this done, and let's begin row number 3 next. So let's begin row number 3. I'm just going to start off with a slip knot to begin, and this is where I finished off. So what I'm just going to do is turn it around. So I'm gonna start off, and let me take you to the diagram, and I'm just gonna slip stitch this to the top of the first, to the single crochet that I finished with. Let's just slip stitch it there, and let's go back to the diagram now. So in the diagram what we're gonna have is that we've just attached this color here, and remember I determined that this here number 3 and 4 belong together, and then 5 and 6 belong together, 7 and 8, and etc. as far as these colors. So what we want to do is that we want to start off here, and we're gonna chain 1, and then we're gonna do this hole in the back loop only. So this is what's gonna create the ridge. So we're gonna put 1 into the first one, 2 into the next, 1 into the next, 2 into the next, and 1. So the way that I remembered it is that it's 1 2 1 2 1. Once we get that done, we're gonna chain 3, and we just immediately come into the next one, again into the back loop only, and go 1 2 1 2 1, and then we're going to just single crochet into this chain 1 space. It might be harder to see it the first time, but it's there, and then we're just gonna move along. So just again 1 2 1 2 1, chain 3, come to the next one, 1 2 1 2 1, all in the back loops, and then single crochet into the next. So let's try you on row number 3. We're starting a new color at this point, and you'll want to as well. So let's begin. We're gonna chain up 1. I've already slip stitched to attach, and then we just come. So if you don't know where the first double crochet is, just kind of pull it apart, and you can see that it's leaning over, and you want to just kind of come over top of this straggler, and in the first back loop only. So if you're new to crochet, this is an intermediate level, but you may have some beginners here, is that each one of these stitches consists of 2 loops. So when you go through both loops, you'll see that you can see them. That's 1 stitch. If you come into the first loop closest to you, that's the front loop, and if you come into the other loop, that's the back loop, and we want to play within the back loops only. To do this, then we're just gonna do a back loop into a back loop double crochet into the first one, and then there's gonna be 2 into the next one, and we're gonna just maintain those counts. And then we want to put 1 into the next, and then 2 into the next one. And then for this side it's just 1 into the next one. So remember what we have. We have 1 2 1 2 1. You're going to now chain 3. So 1 2 3, and starting in the very next one we want to come down the other side. So we're gonna start off with 1 by itself, 1 double crochet, and then 2 into the next one, one into the next one, and then 2 into the next one, and the very last one that you should end up with should have 1 into the final. Okay, so it's 1 2 1 2 1. Now what we want to do is find that chain 1 space. It's right here. It's kind of tight the very first time. You'll see it's kind of in the middle of 2 of these humps, and just single crochet into that. And then what we want to do then is start on the next one. So just pull it up, and you can see where these fans start. Okay, so we're gonna start off, and we're gonna put in 1, first one, and then 2. And then 1, and then 2, and then 1. Okay, so then remember it's 1 2 1 2 1. Chain 3, and then coming back into the next one, just come down the other side, and I want you to do this all the way across. So it's 1, and then this will be 2, and 1, next one will be 2, and the very final one should be 1. So you'll see it ridges actually starting. So 1 2 1 2 1. Then come into the chain 1 space. It's tight down there, and you're gonna single crochet and then do that. And I want you to go all the way across the chain like this. You'll notice that it might want to open up like this, but it will come back in, and please do, continue this all the way, and I'll see at the end of this row. So it's the same thing going all the way across. When you get all the way to the other side, I've just got my 1 2 1 2 1, and then I'm gonna chain 1, and I am going to slip stitch to the top of the last single crochet that's left. And I do not want to get rid of this color. I want to keep it on, and we're gonna go back to the diagram and you will see the texture is beautiful. And now we're going to have to use this gold to come back across, and it's a matter of doing that slip stitching, and we're gonna go back to the diagram now. Okay, so let's baffle you some more. So what we have just done is that we've just come all the way to the end. We've slip stitched it and we're now holding. So we're gonna chain up 1 and we are going to slip stitch in the first 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've marked it here for you. And then as soon as you get that 5th one done, you are going to put 10 double crochets in this chain 3 space. So it's really quite easy to remember. We're then going to skip the first 2. So 1, 2 is skipped, and then slip stitch into 3, 4, and 5, and then chain 1, and then skip up to the 3rd one. So 1, 2 is skipped, and go to 3, 4, 5, and then once you have that done, skip the next 2 and just immediately put 10 double crochets in this chain 3. That's all you gotta do. The trick is in this one is that the very ending, when we go to do this, is that when we come to the end, you are still gonna skip over to the 1, 2, come 3, 4, and 5, but you need to continue. See how the blue matches? You gotta go 6 and 7, and then that's where you're gonna finish off. So you have to go all the way down there because that's where you started on this side. So you will never have balance if you don't do this on both sides. So let's do that and let's test your skills. Okay, so here's this beauty again. So let's turn our work and let's get started on row number 4. It's not as hard as it looks. It really isn't. So you're just gonna chain up 1. And you're gonna come to your first one that's in the fan. That's the first double crochet, and I want you to slip stitch to the 5th one away, and you're gonna slip right in the actual stitch itself, so not a back loop. So you're just gonna come into the first one, so slip, so 1, and slip 2, slip 3, slip 4, and slip 5. And if it's right, you should have 2 stitches left before this chain 3. In this case, that's right. So what we want to do is just extend into this chain 3 space and apply 10 double crochets there. So let's do that. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's a lot going on in the chain 3. And what I would do is just take the whole thing and just shift it a bit. Just kind of pull on it so that it exposes your stitches. So we're just gonna skip the first 2. So 1, 2 is skipped, and then come into the next one. So slip stitch 3, slip stitch 4, slip stitch 5. You're going to chain 1 and then come up to the other side. So watch where the fans start up. So you see this one here is 1, 2, and this is the 3rd one. That's where you want to start. So 3 is skipped or slipped, 4 and 5, and right where you finish there should be 2 stitches left, and there is, and then you put in 10 double crochets again into the chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, just pull on it just to make more space, and then what you can just do is slip stitch. So you gotta skip the first 2. So 1, 2, slip on to the 3rd, to the 4th, to the 5th, chain 1, and then come up the other side, see where they start. So you got 1, 2, go to the 3rd, so slip 3, slip 4, slip 5, and then you got 2 left before the chain 3, so you know you're in the right count, and then 10 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So pull on it to expose it. So you're gonna skip over to the 3rd one. So skip 1, 2, and slip stitch the 3. But because now this is the edge, you're slip stitching 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. and then that brings us in balance, and therefore you're good to go. And so you have the beautiful raising up, and you want to get rid of this color now, and we're gonna begin then the next row, which is then considered the part of the repeat. Okay, so the row that we just did is always gonna be consistent, and so then I'm gonna start you on a new color, and then you're just gonna continue. Now when you're doing this particular pattern, this Afghan, you're gonna wanna finish off on row number 6. So row number 6 is going to be the next row that I'm about to start with you, which is the same as this big one right here. And then you can apply tassels if you wish as well. So let's continue then into row number 6 and continue our journey. So change your color and let's begin that next. So let's start the next one. So right where we are, we just finished up and we just slip stitched up till 7. So now we want to start the next row, and we want to start it on the 5th one. So you can just count it back if you wish. And so we're gonna slip stitch it here and then begin what we already know. So it's 1, and these are all in the back loops of course. So 1 2 1 2 1, chain 3, come to the next one, 1 2 1 2 1, and then just single crochet in here. So the trick is to make sure you're starting off in the right section right here, and we're gonna continue this journey across. So let's begin this row. Okay, so we just finished off right here. I've already fastened off, got my loose ends in. So what I want to do is that I want to start off, and I want to start off in the 5th one, if you've noticed that where it is. So if you just follow these fans, you can actually follow it backwards. So this is 7 6 or 5, and right when we did this, we did the slip stitching in the 3 4 and 5. So it's the 5th one that we want to join the new color to. So we're just gonna join like that, and then we're gonna begin our journey then across. So we immediately come to this 10, and we're gonna immediately start in the first one that's part of the 10, and we're gonna put in the back loop only 1 double crochet. So it's the same counts as before. So you got 1, and then you come to the next one, it's got 2. And then 1 and 2 and then 1. Okay, so then the counts are what you already know them to be. So there is 1 2 1 2 1, and then once you get that one done, we want to begin our chain 3 space that we had before. I'm just pulling up some extra yarn here. So you're just gonna chain 3 and then coming to the next one. So we start down the other side. So we're gonna start off with 1, and the next one has 2, and then we have 1. The next one has 2, and then 1. So we just come now down. So we're just going to single crochet in this chain 1 space, and then begin again. So starting off in the first one that is part of that 10, and we're gonna do 1 double crochet. So 1, and then the next one has 2, all in the back loops of course, and you're gonna continue this all the way across. So you already kinda know what you're doing at this point. The first two times through this pattern for me, I was like, oh my god, this is so hard, but then once I understood those counts, it got a lot easier for me in order to me to follow, so I wasn't so manic about going back and forth in the instructions. So chain 3 because you're at the tops. So you have 1 2 1 2 1, chain 3, and then starting in the next one, it's going to be 1. My ball is being a little difficult off camera, just 1 second. So 1's in, and then we got 2 into the next. My ball was underneath a few extra balls, so there's too much weight on it for it to want to come out nicely. So then we got 1 into the next, and then 2 into the next one after that, and then 1. Okay, so it's 1 2 1 2 1, and then single crochet in the chain 1 space, and then come immediately to the next 10 and just start the first one. So you're skipping a lot of space, but because of the how deep this goes, it makes complete sense. So there'd be 2 in the next, and then 1, and then 2, and 1. Okay, you're at the top, so 1 2 1 2 1, chain 3, and coming down. So we have 1, and the next one is 2. And so I'm coming to the other side. Eventually you will get there as well. So if you want to see how that's done, now's the time to stay in tune. So and then 1, so coming down the other side. So you got 1 2 1 2 1, and what I need you to do is that I need you to slip stitch to the 5th one away. So you can either count it back, so you can go 7 6 5, or you can go where this one is 3 4 5, it's still the 5th one, and slip stitch. And so when you push it down like this, you'll see that it is straight up. So now you're gonna see that it wants to open up, but that's just because of the nature of the stitches. Once you get more in a row, it'll stay more vertical. So let's begin the next row, which is the same as what you already did before. So we've now just finished over here. We've slip stitched. So we're going to immediately start up, and we're gonna chain up 1, and we are going to slip to the 5th one. So 1 2 3 4 5, and then put your 10 in, and then slip over to the 3rd one. So skipping 1 2, so slip 3 4 5, chain 1, then skip to the 3rd one. So 1 2, so slip 3 4 5, and then put 10 into the next chain 3. So this is exactly what we've already just done down here. So you can see how it's grayed out. That's showing you the indication of coloring. So that's pretty fun, right? So let's go through this one last row, and then we're gonna leave this for you for the remaining of the project. So let's begin. We are going to just chain 1 and come into the very first double crochet that you have and slip stitch over to the 5th one. So let's count up. So 1 2 3 4 and 5, and you're slipping in the regular stitch, so not in a back loop at all. So you have 2 stitches left over, so I know it's right, and then you're going to apply 10 double crochets into that chain 3 space. So let's count those. So I've already got 1, that was 2, this is 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So I just kind of grab the whole chunk and just kind of pull on it a little bit. So I'm gonna skip the first one, so 1 2, go to the 3rd, so slip into the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th, just like that. And then you're going to just chain 1 and then just come up to the other side. So look where the fans start up. So 1 2 and come to the 3rd. So slipping 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You'll have 2 left over that you haven't touched, and you'll start immediately 10 into the chain 3. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. Pull on it a little bit. So skipping 1 2, go to the 3rd, so slip 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. Okay, chain 1 and come to the other side. So skipping the 1 2, go to the 3rd, so slip the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You'll have 2 stitches left over, and then put 10 into the top. This is 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. And then coming down, so skip 1 2, and because this is the very end, you want to slip into the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and don't forget the other 2, 6 and 7. So you notice this jets out a little bit more on the one side. It's okay. It lines up eventually once you get some pressure to it. And so then that's it for that color. So you want to begin your next color and it'll be just the same row that you saw right here. So you're gonna apply that and then go across and then keep on doing that each and every time. So it's a really kind of an easy pattern to be able to remember once you understand these counts, and just make sure that you get rid of your tails at the end. And on the sofa that you saw in the original photo, they don't have it displayed like this, they actually have it displayed like this. So you'll notice that the ridges are appearing more on one side than the other, and you notice that it's on the sofa hanging down like this. Again, it's your creativity, it's your choice on how you want to display it. But this is the Ogee Afghan, another free pattern by our friends at yarnspirations.com. We hope to see you again on our next video. Bye bye now. Have a good one.